Did you hear what Christy Nome said here in Arizona? That 84% of Americans believe that we need to go show our IDs when we vote? Think about that for a second. Do you believe security starts at the poll? Because I actually think you probably know this. Security starts at registration, right? You show your state-issued ID, and you probably used a birth certificate to prove who you are to get that ID. So with documentation, you've proven your citizenship, and you get a registration card, especially here in Arizona. So let me ask you, what do you think voter ID actually solves? Because I promise you, it doesn't solve widespread voter fraud. Now, that's not what they're pushing. What they want you to do is show your birth certificate when you register. Now think about it. You had to prove that you were citizenship just to register. What's the goal, you might ask? Well, I've been thinking about it. The goal is to nationalize the vote. Centralized power, meaning you can control who votes, and it's easier to control the outcome of the vote. So back to registration. Donald Trump, oh, watch out! Trump derangement syndrome, is pushing the SAVE Act through Congress. Personally, I encourage you to call this hotline. Ask to be transferred to your senator's voicemail, and just let them know that you care about election integrity too. Now ask them if it's appropriate to add red tape to an issue that's very minimal, like voter fraud. Statistically at 0%. And then remind them of something called the SAFE Act in Kansas. This was the same thing as the SAVE Act, and it was struck down in federal court because it restricted over 31,000 citizens from voting. Now, if you're sitting there thinking that our voting systems are completely rigged and it doesn't make sense to go vote, I hear you. I've been in your shoes. But I promise you, when only 59% of Americans participate, the last thing that should happen is less participation. Because I want you to understand this. Governments represent those who participate. And remember this, participation goes beyond voting. So if you really hate your government, you need to go vote. In case you're wondering who I am, my name is Taylor and I'm an independent data analyst. And you're gonna hear me say this a lot. We need to listen to each other, to understand each other, and not always looking to respond.
We gotta stop those knee-jerk reactions, folks.
And when you stop those knee-jerk reactions and actually listen to understand each other, your conversations will flourish. Hear me out. MAGA is expecting you liberals to respond like what they see in Charlie Kirk clips. Hyped up, emotional, and it makes them feel like they're smarter. Don't do it. What I'm saying is just flip the script and be a human being. They won't know what to think. But you're leaving the door open for further conversations, I promise. So again, my name's Taylor. My goal is to make people communicate again and think again. I love you, America. Peace out.